Hello students, today we will be continuing with our chapter Limits, Fits, Tolerance and Gauges. In the previous lecture, I have begun with problems on finding out the different types of fits. Today we will continue with the same. So problem number 2. The question is determine the type of fit for the following. Here the shaft and the hole are having basic size 16 as 16 mm. The upper deviation for the shaft is given as plus 0.023, whereas the lower deviation is given as 0 minus 0.012. Upper deviation for the hole is given as 0.018, whereas the lower deviation for the hole is given as 0.000, and the basic size for both the shaft and the hole is 16. Now let's begin with the solution. First, we have to calculate the maximum and minimum size of shaft as well as hole. So we will calculate the maximum shaft size and minimum shaft size as well as maximum hole size and minimum hole size. Maximum hole size. So here maximum hole size will be equal to 16 plus the upper deviation, that is 0.018. So 16 plus 0.018, that is equal to 16.018. Minimum hole size is equal to 16 plus the lower deviation, that is 0.00. So minimum hole size will be equal to 16. Maximum shaft size is equal to 16 plus the upper deviation, that is 0.023, that will be equal to 16.023. Minimum shaft size will be equal to 16 minus 0.012. This is the lower deviation. So 16 minus 0.012, that will be equal to 15.988. So we have calculated the maximum as well as the minimum hole size and the shaft size. Now we will continue with the further steps. The further step will be the calculation of maximum allowance and minimum allowance. So maximum allowance, the formula is maximum hole size minus minimum shaft size. Now we have already calculated maximum hole and minimum shaft size. Now we will substitute the values. So 16.018 minus 15.988, which was calculated earlier, that will give the difference as plus 0.03. So the difference is positive and equal to 0.03. Now we will calculate the minimum allowance. Now the formula for minimum allowance is equal to minimum hole size minus maximum shaft size. Now we will substitute the values again, which was calculated earlier. So 16 minus 16.023, that will be equal to minus 0.023. So here you can see the minimum allowance value is equal to minus 0.023. Now from both the values you can see that the maximum allowance is positive whereas the minimum allowance is negative. So as said earlier in the previous lecture, when both the allowances are positive, the type of fit will be a clearance fit, and if both the allowances are negative, the type of fit will be interference fit. Whereas if one allowance is positive and the other is negative, then the type of fit will be transition fit. And since in this problem the maximum allowance is positive and the minimum allowance is negative, that is one value is positive and one value is negative, the resulting fit will be transition fit. Now we will proceed with the problem number 3. So problem number 3, the question is shaft and the hole are having a basic size of 50 mm. The upper deviation for the shaft is given as plus 0.042, whereas the lower deviation is 0.026 positive. The upper deviation for the hole is plus 0.025 and the lower deviation is plus 0.0. Here both the shaft and the hole are having basic size of 50 mm. Now we will determine the type of fit. Again we have to calculate the maximum and minimum size of the shaft as well as the hole. So let's begin with the solution. Calculation of maximum and minimum sizes. Maximum hole size. Now maximum hole size will be equal to 50, that is basic size, plus the upper deviation, that is 0.025, that will be equal to 50.025. Now minimum hole size will be equal to basic size, that is 50, plus the lower deviation, that is 0. So 50 plus 0 equal to 50. Now we will calculate the maximum shaft size. Maximum shaft size will be equal to 50 plus the upper deviation, that is 0.042, that will be equal to 50.042. and the minimum shaft size will be equal to basic size, that is 50, plus the lower deviation, that is 0.026. So we will get 50 plus 0.026, that will be equal to 50.026. So we have calculated the maximum and minimum size for both the hole and shaft. Now we will proceed further. The next step is to calculate the maximum allowance and minimum allowance. So maximum allowance, maximum hole minus minimum shaft. We will substitute the values. So 50.025 minus 50.026. The difference will be equal to minus 0.01, 0.001. Since the difference is negative, you can see that the here difference is negative. The minimum allowance is equal to minimum hole size minus maximum shaft size. Now we will substitute the values calculated earlier. So 50 minus 50.042, and the difference will be equal to minus 0.042. Now students, you can see here that the maximum allowance as well as the minimum allowance both are having a negative value, and since both the allowances are negative, the resulting fit will be an interference fit. So as both the allowances are negative, the resulting fit will be the interference fit. So basically, for determining the type of fit, you have to calculate the maximum and minimum size of both the shaft and the hole, then determine the maximum and minimum allowance, and based on the value of the allowances, that is either they are positive or negative or both positive and negative, the resulting fit will be determined. Now we will proceed towards the next definition, system of fits. Now we have already learned the different types of fits. Now in order to obtain different types of fits, that is the clearance fit, interference fit or the transition fit, we have a certain system. So system of fit is nothing but the system used to obtain different types of fits. So here the system are hole basis system and shaft basis system. Let us see what is hole basis system. Hole basis system, in this the whole in the hole basis system, the size of the hole is kept constant and the shaft sizes are varied to obtain various types of fits. So in order to obtain different types of fit by using the hole basis system, we keep the size of the hole as fixed and we vary the size of the shaft. Now from the diagram you can see that this line indicates the basic size, that will be both same for the hole as well as the shaft. Now this upper part, that is where it is written as hole, this part as well as this part and this part represents the tolerance zone for the hole, whereas this part, this and this represents the tolerance zone for the shaft. Now you can see from the diagram that the tolerance zone for the hole is fixed, whereas the tolerance zone for the shaft is not fixed, it is moving. So in this system, the tolerance or the hole size is kept as fixed, whereas the shaft size is varied to obtain different types of fits. Now for the first case you can see here that the hole size is always greater than the shaft size. This is the basic size and the tolerance zone for the shaft is lying below the basic size, whereas the tolerance zone for the hole is lying above the basic size. It means that the hole size will always be greater than the shaft size. So when we have a combination like this, where the size of the hole is fixed as well as hole is fixed and the shaft is below the basic size, then we can say that this type of combination will give us a clearance fit, since for obtaining clearance fit the size of the hole should always be greater than the size of the shaft. For this case you can see the size of the shaft is always greater than the size of the hole, since the tolerance zone for the shaft lies above the tolerance zone for the hole. So the size of the shaft will always be greater than the size of the hole for these two combination. So when we select this type of combination where the hole is fixed or the size of the hole is kept fixed but the size of the shaft is more than the hole, then the resulting fit will be an interference fit. And the third case, in which the tolerance zone for the hole, that is this part, is overlapping with the tolerance zone of shaft, that is these parts. So when the tolerance zone for the hole as well as tolerance zone of the shaft are overlapping, the resulting fit will be a transition fit. So basically in hole basis system, the size of the hole is always constant. You can see again that this tolerance zone, this tolerance zone, and this tolerance zone. Both the three tolerance zone are for the hole. They are kept constant above the basic line, whereas the size of the shaft is varied. So in hole basis system, the size of the hole will be fixed, whereas the size of the shaft will be varied to obtain different types of fits. Now you can also see here that the lower deviation for the hole is equal to 0 in this case. So this line, that is the upper line, represents the upper deviation, and this line represents the lower deviation. Similarly, this line represents the upper deviation, this line represents the lower deviation. So in hole basis system, the lower deviation for the hole is always equal to 0, whereas the upper deviation is given. In the hole basis system, the lower deviation of the hole is 0. That is, the lower limit of the hole is same as the basic size, or we can say the basic size is same as the lower limit of the hole. The hole basis system is commonly used because it is more convenient to make correct holes of fixed sizes, since the standard drills, taps, reamers, and branches, etc., are available for producing holes, and their sizes are not adjustable. As you know, the students, that the various instruments used for making hole, that is drills, taps, reamers, they are always available in standard sizes. So if the instruments for making hole are available in standard sizes, the hole that has to be made will also be made in standard sizes, or we can say the size of the hole will be according to the available size of the instruments. So the hole basis system is commonly used because it is not convenient to produce hole of different sizes, as the hole can be produced of only standard sizes. So basically always hole basis system is used for obtaining different types of fits because it reduces the cost of production also. On the other hand, the size of the shaft produced by turning, grinding, etc. can be varied easily. So basically, to obtain different size of the hole is difficult, and to obtain different size of shaft is easy. So hole basis system is widely used to obtain the different types of fits. Now the second type is shaft basis system. In this system, the size of the shaft is kept constant. As in the hole basis system, the size of the hole was kept constant. Similarly, in shaft basis system, the size of the shaft will be kept constant, whereas the size of the hole will be varied to obtain different types of fits. So again, in the diagram you can see for a shaft basis system, this line represents the basic size that will be both for equal for both the shaft and the hole. Now here you can see the tolerance zone for the shaft is shown here, first, second, and third. Now the tolerance zone lies below the basic line, but it is constant. You can see the location of this tolerance zone, first, second, and third. It is not varied, it is at the same location. Whereas the tolerance zone for the whole, first, second, third, fourth, it is continuously varying. That is, its position is not fixed. So in shaft basis system, the size of the shaft is always kept constant, whereas the size of the hole is varied. You can see that the size of the hole is varied, or the location of the tolerance zone of the hole is changing. So this type of system is known as shaft basis system. Now in this system, when we will obtain clearance fit, transition fit, or interference fit. Now you can see in the first case, as this case, the tolerance zone for the hole is above the basic line. It means that if we select this combination, the size of the hole will always be greater than the size of the shaft. So this combination will give us a clearance fit. Whereas for this combination, you can see the tolerance zone for the hole is lying below the tolerance zone for the shaft. It means that the hole size for this combination will always be smaller than the shaft size. So this combination will give us nothing but interference fit, since the hole is always smaller than the shaft. Whereas for the third case, the tolerance zone for the hole as well as the shaft are overlapping with each other. So depending upon the actual dimension of the hole and the shaft, this combination will give us a transition fit. So finally we have completed the hole basis system and shaft basis system. Thank you.